Stas23 here. In today's knife therapy, I got 10 EDC folding knives under $100 worth checking out. First up, we have the Concept Carvid M. This is the smaller brother of the XL, and it's a lot more of a manageable size, more EDC friendly. You have that tall flat grind, so it's nice and slicey. 154 cm blade steel, which they do a good job on it. If you didn't see my review on the XL, definitely go check it out. This is a Kosh Tool Designs, and it's just an interesting looking one. That's kind of what sold me. You can't choke up unless you have fat sausage fingers, but you kind of got to do the little pull back, or you can choke back right here, but most of your material will probably get caught up in there. Very snappy action. You can use the thumb studs. You can use the fuller to flick it, so it's very, very fidgety, and definitely a well-executed flipper tab. Awesome, awesome knife. And number two, we have the Petrified Fish Havrog. I picked this one up just because it looked interesting, and I'm very happy I did. I just finished the testing on this one, and once again, it performed outstanding. So far, everything that I've tested from Petrified Fish has done really well. This one's in Bowler K110, which is pretty much a D2 steel. It's got a nice stonewash finish, very versatile drop point blade, nice low lying tip. So you do have a little bit of belly, but not crazy belly, so you can still cut on a flat surface and a pinch grip. Good access to that lock bar. This one is also in micarta. Nice and thick scales, so they're going to fill out the hand nicely. They're not contoured, but they have these deep chamfers on the side that give it that contoured effect. Now, this is a more medium-sized knife, so if you have large, extra large hands, this one might be too small for you. You do get a black titanium pocket clip. That is tip up right hand carry only. These G10 studs work just fine. You can reverse flick it, thumb flick it. Excellent, excellent action riding on bearings. All right, next up we have the UTCSON TS319. This is a CM design knife, and I love a lot of his stuff. You have 14C 28N blade steel on here, probably one of my favorite budget steels. These run you around 90 bucks, depending on if you get them on eBay or not, but you can get this on Amazon right now. Nice and thick, chunky titanium scales. This one has the micarta inlay. You can also get it in a carbon fiber. Nice action, very snappy. That long hole allows them to make a strong detent and still make it nice and easy to come out. You get a mill titanium pocket clip. Now, it is a little stiff because it's one of those ball whatever, and it's kind of tight, but it works. It is a liner lock. Good access to that lock bar. Good action. Nice sheep's foot blade right there. You can also choke up to get right onto the material you're cutting. Good ergos. Just a small, chunky little guy. All right, next up, we have the Vossted Nightshade LT. If you didn't see my review on this one, definitely go check it out. If you're kind of hesitant because it looks funky, but you're looking for a good knife, this thing performed outstanding. That blade shape is so awesome. The way it tips down like that, you got contoured scales, nice and lightweight. You got a crown spine, very, very good looking crown spine. Nice and fall shut action, nice and snappy action on bearings. Good access to the lock bar. Deep carry pocket clip, but it is tip up right hand carry only as well. You do have a pivot ring or pivot collar around there with some white accents, somewhat of a decorative pivot. Just an excellent, excellent value right here. If you're just looking for a good knife and you're not worried about what it looks like, definitely give this one a try. That full flat ground blade, 154 cm steel, slices very, very well. And I have a discount code. I think, yeah, I'll put it in the description if I remember, along with everything else. I will do my best to have links or check out White Mountain Knives, one of my affiliates. Next up, we have the OffGrid Knives Raptor. I like this one for the sheer fact of how crazy it looks. Now, they classify it as a 3-finger grip, but I can kind of squeeze, 3.5-finger grip on there. One thing that I use this for often is this little hawk. It's a modified hawk bill, they call it. I'll put that into whatever I'm trying to rip open and just go to town. Nice action. These are made for them by Best Tech. Best Tech does an amazing job. D2 steel. The action on this thing is incredible. Deep carry pocket clip, tip up, left or right-handed carry, easy access to that lock bar. Only thing I don't love is the flipper tab, how it's just sticking straight up like that. It can get kind of uncomfortable after a while, but the action is very, very snappy, and I love pretty much all of OffGrid stuff. They make a good quality folder, purpose-driven. Nice G10 scales with that Anzo pattern on there. Gives you nice texture, not overly done. Very, very cool knife. Black wash finish. Just something different, you know. There's too many knives that look the same these days. All right, next up, we have the Kubi Raven. This is a Jerry Jelly design. I just finished testing this one as well. I love the blade shape. Nice drop point. Good, comfortable ergos. This one is in AUS 10. And Kubi does a good job with it. I like Kubi's AUS 10 a good bit. I've never had an issue with it. This one's a nice fidgety knife if you like to reverse flick or you want to just use that flipper tab. Good access to the lock bar. Full-size knife. Good, comfortable ergos. Deep carry, pocket clip, tip up, left or right hand carry. This is a pretty nice one. Now, it's not going to be the most slicey blade, but it's going to be a good work knife if that's something you're looking for. Peel Ply G10. Good quality hardware there. Hidden lanyard post. Very, very cool design. I like a lot of Jerry Jelly's designs. They speak to me. All right, next up, we have the Kizer XL Bag Lighter. Now, I know that these may be out of stock right now. If they are, don't worry, they're coming because they're just starting to hit dealers. Sorry about that. I apologize. Just a big old chunky, beefy, 4-inch bladed 154 cm high flat grind that comes down to a nice thin edge, slices really nicely. I'm in the process of finishing up my testing on this one. Nice long row of useful jimping there, comfortable thumb studs. You can use the thumb studs if you want or the flipper tab. Both of them work excellent. Nice quality black linen micarta, the good stuff. This is American made micarta. Nice and soft feeling. Button lock. Good smooth action riding on bearings. Deep carry pocket clip, tip up left or right hand carry, and it's very manageable in the pocket as big as this knife is. So if you're looking for a nice full size 4-inch bladed knife, the XL Bag Lighter will be a good option. If I can find one available, I'll leave a link to it. If not, just keep an eye on Mojave Outdoors. I have a discount code for them as well, or White Mountain Knives. All right, next up is another funky one, and that is the Horn Beak. I think it's the Beak. Yeah, the Horn Beak. I've been having this thing for a long time, and I first got it just to practice sharpening a recurve, and I just grabbed it back out of my case and sharpened it back up again the other night, and I like the knife a lot. Especially for 35 bucks, you got the Axis style lock. Very, very smooth action, very fidgety action. I think this one's on washers, if I'm not mistaken. The thumb stud, you can slide it back and forth if you need it in another spot. You got jimping for days. You got a whole row up here for doing like that kind of cuts. That's basically what I use that for, that tip. 14C 28M blade steel, one of my favorites. Nice and comfortable. The ergos are really comfortable for my hands, and in this choke up grip are very, very comfortable as well. I'm sure you could use this as a nice defensive blade if you would like, but you know, that's not something I am using my knives for, so I can't really speak on that. Deep carry pocket clip, tip up left or right handed carry. That is the Horn's Beak. All right, next up one we just reviewed on the channel, but I love it, and that is a Simcut Sashi, or however you want to say it. I liked it so much that I bought a second one. This one's in micarta. My first one was in natural G10, 9CR steel. The action on this thing is amazing. The knife came ridiculously sharp and performed outstanding. Very versatile drop point blade, high flat grind that comes down to a respectively thin edge right here. Nice precise point for piercing or doing those detailed type of cuts. The pinch grip's very comfortable. The regular grip, your saber grip's comfortable. Hammer grip's very comfortable. And I guess if you wanted to do the reverse grip, it's comfortable as well because of how it sits like that. Deep carry pocket clip, tip up, left or right handed. Nice weight on this one. Nice action. I'll tell you what, Simcut is absolutely killing it, leaving Civivi in the dust, in my opinion. Second half of the year, at least. All right, last but certainly not least, we have another Kooby, and that is a Kooby Vagrant. That's another one. I'm glad I gave this one a chance. This is a Max. I can't really say his name, but there you go. I have a lot of his designs, and all his knives, they just work well. They're just good knives. This one's in D2. I think you can get this one in like S35 and Austin and stuff like that as well. But this one, if you don't want to break the bank and you want to check one out, you can get it for like 48 bucks. Got good utility blade shape there. Not too much belly, but just the right amount. So if you're going to be doing those cuts on the flat cutting surface, it's going to work fine. It came super sharp. It's got a blasted tumbled finish on it. High flat grind, comes down to a decently thin edge. Nice sharpening choil, so you'll have lots of sharpening life before it starts to widen up here in the bag. Good access to the lock bar. Peel ply G10 and deep carry pocket clip that is tip up, left or right hand carry. Nice and fidgety. You can operate it left-handed very easily, and of course right-handed's the money. So yeah, there we go. We have 10 that I definitely think are worth checking out, and I'll do these ever so often because we have new people that come on the channel that might miss one of my reviews, or you might not have seen one of the reviews that I've done on some of these, and I think they're definitely worth checking out. So there you go. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave down below. I hope everybody's having an absolute amazing day. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace, peace, peace.